Hey, what's going on, everybody in Facebook land?
Hey, peace, family, peace. I'm sorry, cause I'm a little delayed because
Oh,
you know
yeah.
why I'm a little delayed. So just want to tell you that. Okay. Hey, family. Hey, hey, hey. Happy Sunday. Thank you for joining us. How you doing, sis?
I'm doing good. I don't have any complaints.
How was
How
your
are
week?
you?
I'm good.
My week was cool. Usual. It was cool. Nothing spectacular. Nothing devastating. It was a week. Life was lifing.
How
How
was your
about
fourth?
yourself?
It was, it was great. You had a great time. It was just good. Getting a lot of work done. Sorry, y'all. I'm not sleepy. It's just yawning now because maybe I'm kind of cold. Anyway, that's weird, huh? Because it's like 108 outside. But yeah, I think I better calm my butt down. Um, but I'm doing great. Khadijah, I kind of wanted to start off the day talking a little bit about the 4th of July. Cut my
Go for
fan
it.
down. Okay. It's cold up in here. Sorry. So,
Anybody
what is
that's
your
out there
thoughts?
watching, hold on, Londa. Anybody there watching, is Rolanda delayed to you all? Or is it just on my phone and my computer? Because it's like she's moving in slow motion. So, hey, Tiffany, is Rolanda look like she's dragging or is she behind or something? Hi, Tina McLean.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Lonzo. What you gonna say?
it
No, let us
kind of
know.
I kind of do feel like that, but something's happening with my computer. If I had to be honest
Yeah,
with
it's like
you,
you're moving like this, and so your words are coming delayed.
let me see. I'm looking to make sure my connection
She
is
said
correct.
kind of like slow motion. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. I could try to switch over, but we'll see what happens. Um, what Khadijah, I'm gonna ask you that question, but I'm gonna reboot myself. You know what I'm saying?
Your
But
question.
you
What
have to
question
talk
was?
for a
What
little
was?
bit.
Okay. What
Yeah.
was your question?
4th of July. How do you feel about the 4th of July?
Oh, well, I call it, first of all, I call it the 4th of they lie because the whole holiday is based on the lie when it comes to black people. So, yeah, I don't really be tripping. I usually go somewhere to eat, usually at my brother's house for at least the last 5, 6 years. I swim. We eat something and I'm in the bed before the fireworks come on. So yeah, I'm not really into 4th of July. I think for most black people, we probably just celebrate because it's a day off. It's a day to break bread with your family and your friends. And so I feel like that's what the 4th of July is for most of the black people that I know. I don't know too many people that really celebrate it wholeheartedly, like they really believe in what it's actually for. You know what I mean? Freedom?
Mhm.
Nah. They ain't nothing they doing for that people that I know. But yeah, we definitely I don't think too much about it. It's just a time to. I was at my son's fireworks stand for the Monterey Trail Marching Band. It was a fundraiser, so I was there from the 28th until the 4th, except for one day I didn't go on the 29th. So I was at the fireworks stand selling fireworks to raise money to help pay for the band expenses. So that's my thoughts on it,
Hold on,
Sissy.
I'm gonna switch from here, Khadijah,
Uh
and
huh.
try to get to a different computer. All right, it's right on the side. Good
Okay.
evening, Sister Tasha. Yeah, let me try that.
Hey,
But you know,
Tasha. I know you've been seeing all the updates on baby Elijah, who was stripping himself. My niece had her baby a couple of weeks ago. I think maybe a week and a half, maybe. And so yeah, he's still in the NICU. Well, he might be in his own room now, but he's doing pretty good. He was premature. So yeah, I'm loving the pictures. He is so cute. So I'm looking forward to meeting and seeing him when he comes home. But yeah, how was y'all 4th of July? I was at my brother's house. I always make the seafood pasta, and they like my baked beans. And I spend most of my time in the pool being cool, and then I head home about 6 or 7 o'clock. That's my 4th of July. So Rolanda's bringing herself back in. We're having some technical difficulties. And we're just gonna talk a little bit about Karl Malone. I know you guys heard that he's finally acknowledging his son that he had with the 13-year-old girl when he was 22. So we're gonna talk about that tonight. We're gonna talk about. Oh, she's back. Hey, sis, that's better.
that better?
Yeah,
Can you hear
you're not
me?
dragging.
All
Yeah, I
right.
can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Before we get to the call, Malone, I'm tell you why I asked you that question, and I want everybody else to chime in. See, I personally think that black people are pretty patriotic, like in our own little way. We fought in every war there's been in America. We built this country under duress. We didn't build this country as immigrants or as people who just came to America to be a part of the American dream. We built this stuff under tyranny and brutality and all the things you could think of in slavery. Basically, that's the time period I'm
Mhm.
talking about. So, going to a few events, he's not getting invited to a lot of stuff, which I'm great, but it's funny to watch people who are immigrants, people who just came to the country, and then just regular white folks, be very patriotic about America. And I think when they play the national anthem and all that stuff, I don't think they have a clue on how black people really feel about that holiday. 'Cause, we show up, we participate, we try to uplift people, we do all of that. But when they talk about like that, every time I hear that song, the national anthem, and knowing the true lyrics of the national anthem, it's hard for me to sit there as a descendant of people who were enslaved to feel so patriotic. That's a hard thing to do. And I don't think other groups understand that about some of the black people that are here, particularly those who are descended from slaves, that are, as y'all like to say, woke, but people who've been paying attention. When I'm in the world, like for instance, everybody know I like to go to the casino. One of the times I went to the casino and I was looking at all of the machines. They had machines in there celebrating the beauty of everyone's culture, but nothing for black people. Think the group who has the most machines where they're celebrating like the culture of the people and
That's the
the
Asians,
beauty
I
of it
bet you.
is the Asians. Yes,
Mhm.
yes, Asians. They had something for people from the Arab, or from the desert or whatever. They had people who were Latino. Like, go look at these machines. And so for me, the anti-blackness, we're the people who would hold up that holiday, but don't really, we know that it's not for us because when they made this whole thing, we were enslaved. And I just don't, I want to
Mhm.
know for you out there listening, how do you really feel about the 4th of July? Because I feel like if America was trying to live up to her greatness, she should probably scrap that song. I feel like we have to figure out a way of honoring the past, but not trying to act like this is all of our truths because that would be a lie. Because when they discovered all this stuff in 1776, we were enslaved. You can't skip over that. I don't know. But black people, our relationship is just different with this country. And sometimes it's hard. I'm sorry, I'm moving around. It's hard for people to really understand that. Why does that look so different for us? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, even though I had a great time on the 4th of July, you know, um, ate great food, hung out with friends, laughed, joked, went swimming, like all of that. But I didn't really do any fireworks because I was probably asleep already. But I just know that 4th of July, how do y'all feel about the 4th of July? You want to read the
Oh,
comments,
somebody
Susie?
answered the question.
Okay, I
Tasha
got
said,
you.
I did not celebrate the 4th. I stayed home and did my hair and binge watch shows. Yeah, that's when I was young, I felt like it was another day to celebrate, eat, get new fits, and see fireworks. But now I'm over it. It's just another day. Exactly. I think that's the majority of a lot of black people that I know, especially those that don't have young children. Sometimes people with young children want to make sure they have something to do. But I let my son go chill out with his friends and family in there, and I was chilling. So yeah, I think as we more people become aware as to what it really was. I remember we used to, be all hyped up. My mom would get us matching outfits and all that kind of stuff. We had, but as you know what the holiday means, I don't think too many black folks really messing with it. They usually have the time to celebrate and party with their friends because they usually all have the day off if they're working. Hey,
Yeah, and
Leona.
I remember. Hey, I think, but I also too remember about the holiday is that my mom's birthday is on Juneteenth.
Mm-hmm.
So we start off celebrating in June. My dad's birthday is July 3rd, the day before the 4th of July. So I always remember a lot of good energy
Mm-hmm.
around the 4th of July. Like we had a lot of family from East Coast, big family. So we were already celebrating the day before because it was my dad's birthday. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't feel, I wasn't celebrating it because it was actually the 4th. It was like barbecue food, you know, that's what it felt to me.
Mm-hmm. Tina said,
So
"I feel the same way. I can't celebrate so-called independence when my ancestors were enslaved." Real talk. And Leona said, I
Yeah.
didn't celebrate. My son was born on the 4th. I just relaxed. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's what I
Because
would have
usually
been
always
doing.
coincide with something else why we probably would celebrate it. You know what I mean? But anyway, y'all, we got to talk about this. So I'm gonna pull this up. Khadijah and I working from dual computers today. Um, so this thing let me do what I'm gonna do. Wait a minute, was that right there? Yes. Okay. Woo. Here we go. How many of y'all
Yeah.
familiar with this story? Because I wasn't.
I heard about it
I
years
know not
ago.
too much.
Then it kind of like
Okay.
went away. You know what I mean? Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, yeah, I know who Karl Malone is because used to really watch basketball a lot.
Mm. I don't know.
Just
So
a hot
y'all
mess. I
honest
heard about it.
opinion? Yeah. Yeah. So I guess Karl Malone made peace. I mean, he made peace, but he did something that he probably should have went to jail for. He made peace with his son he conceived at the age of 22 with a 13-year-old. How do you make peace with when you break the law? I don't help me out. Maybe I'm confused.
Hmm.
Maybe it should be like his son feel like he acknowledged him or something. Maybe they could have wrote this shit differently. I don't know. Anyway, I mean, I'm grateful for Jennifer Green for the information, but I just feel like I don't know about making peace because the girl was 13. Gloria was 13. But anyway, he initially
Well, that
denied
was the term that
paternity.
he used. Like he was in turmoil over
Okay.
having the child when he was, with a 13-year-old. Like he was so distraught to make peace with something. I don't understand how he made peace. Yeah, he didn't. He just paid the money off. He couldn't hide it probably no more. Paternity test is something different. When I seen that, I was like, wait, no jail time exactly. Um, and so
Yeah.
he had to pay. He had money to pay. And it was only 125 a week. We know somebody who paid 127 and complained about that. But anyway, uh, he just went ahead and,
To be
probably
honest,
made it right and acknowledged him. Probably didn't acknowledge him for so many years. But I believe his son is in the NFL. Look like he got an NFL jersey to
yep,
me. So
yep.
isn't that what some fathers do? When a child becomes
Acknowledge
successful,
even
now they're
grace.
your son.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah. I
So
just feel
I don't
like
know.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What's y'all thoughts? I'm just so done. Like I just
I
look at
think
this
it's a
Negro.
testament of what we talked about last when we talk about predators come in all forms. And I think, he was Karl Malone. He probably, I don't know if he was an NBA at that time, but he still had probably was a basketball player in his high school or in college or whatever the hell he come from. And once again, abuse of power and taking advantage of a 13-year-old, because there's no way a 13-year-old mentally is able to consent to any goddamn thing. So yeah, he
Yes.
could have kept that. He definitely could have kept that. Like, I don't know.
No.
I don't
Do
know.
y'all still think he should? I don't know. Like something else should be done or no? Because sometimes
Yeah,
I feel
well,
like
I
in our
know it's
community. Okay, sorry.
I know limited statutations, but I think he should definitely have to register because he had sex with a minor. He had sex with a child. That's a sex offender. So he should definitely have to register. It's just a minimum, but I don't think they'll do anything. Just like people bringing up stuff about Diddy because it was 20 years ago, um, nothing happened. And Karl Malone is probably in his probably 50s, so I think he should
Maybe
face
older
jail
than
time
that.
there. I doubt that will happen, but
Yeah.
that's where he needs to be.
Shannon says she thinks he should face jail time. I just feel like in our community, when it comes to black men stealing pussy, molesting people, excuse me for saying it like that, we don't feel like that's really an offense. We act like the person took peanut butter. The person stole my car. Like we feel like our cars are more valuable than the women and girls.
Hmm.
This girl was 13 years old. Like 13, she was sixth, seventh grade. This fool is like could be in college. 22.
Hmm.
Like, y'all, that's I don't even know how you was talking
That's
about you
sick.
made peace with something. But it really,
Mhm.
it really makes me feel like she said yes, she think he should register. It really does make me think all the stuff that's coming out now, which has always been that way, we just don't see it because we really try to protect black men like this, even though we want to act
Yep.
like we're protecting somebody who like Dr. King or something. I don't know. Oh shit. True, the black woman holds
True,
no
the black
value.
woman holds no value. You're
I'm
right.
sorry, see, I
Jay Z too. They all need to be
what
prosecuted. Yeah, Jay Z had a child with somebody when she was a minor, and I think
damn, I didn't know
people
that.
always be like, we forget that kind of stuff. We give Jay Z passes because he's married to Beyonce. So people like they be hating on Jay Z. No, he done did some foul shit too. He has violated, and like Londa said, stole some PUS. That's why he has violated.
Yep,
You know what I mean? But Beyonce's a lot of years younger than his ass too. She's legal though. But I'm just saying is that he has a particular type that he likes. He doesn't want a full woman. He doesn't want a woman. So that's sick and crazy. I want to hear her side. Me too. Me too.
me too.
And then I
I feel
almost
a
wish she
Lifetime
don't. Well, they
movie
know who
coming
the
on.
mama is now by the son, but I wish she could just stay, like, not even get this nigga no credit, no clout, and just take his ass to the bank. Nobody heard about Carmelo in
Yeah,
years.
yeah, I know I haven't, Khadijah. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, he need to be
I
back
know that
off
I
the
really
radar. Don't even get this nigga no time.
Tina McClain said something.
I I do feel like he should be held accountable. It's like he gets away with sexually assaulting a minor. Exactly. And I hear the son's voice as well. Right? Where is the mama of the young man? Facts. Yeah. Wonder where she at.
Yeah, I just thought that was quite interesting
And I wonder if
to
he
say
ever
the.
acknowledged him out of the I wonder if he's just announcing it now, but if he had acknowledged him throughout life, but just not publicly. You know what I mean? I'm just curious to know more background on the story a little bit. Because 13, yeah, that's yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
So, yeah. So y'all, here we go. We're gonna dive into it. I'm gonna put this up. Let's see, show, click. So I guess some of y'all's president uh, was at an event and did not want to acknowledge the black girl. Here we go. You know he's senile. Look
She
right
said
past her.
hi.
She said, "Hi." Look at her face. Look at the look on her face.
Yeah. Hmm.
That's that. That's that. That's that disappointment that black people have to deal with when we buy into a system and then the shit don't work for us. Look at her
Hmm.
face.
The look of embarrassment and shame, and I just
Look,
got molded.
she's
Yeah.
acknowledging everyone but her.
He wants the person behind her, the person next to her, everywhere. Tasha, real quick before we go on, probably paid her off and she can't talk. I'm just disgusted by it. I just don't have words. Y'all look beautiful, by the way. Oh, thank you,
Look,
Shanda. That's that bullshit shaking my head. That's exactly what it is, Tiffany. And yeah, he went clear past her ass. He was not dealing with none of the darkies. You know, so people got to understand who Biden
that's
is.
that
People,
bullshit.
Trump may say some things that come off as racist. This nigga shows you that he's a
She's a
racist. His
ghost.
actions prove that he's a racist. Look,
That
she's all
see,
happy cheesing and he went right past her. Scandalous.
but look at that right there. Look at that. That's the look we make when we tell people to vote for Joe Biden, right? Knowing this how he ignored the black community in his politics
I don't know.
and say, hey, y'all got jobs. I got a few of you Negroes I like. I call from time to time to come lick my bootstraps. I mean, I'm sorry, to come have dinner at the White House or something. I don't know. But look,
Hmm.
that's an example of how he feels about us.
And she's still trying to get some attention.
And she
He
looking
holding,
back, looking
he
around.
not just shaking
Look,
hands.
hold on.
He's talking and having conversations.
No,
Uh,
some of these comments says, that's that bullshit. Shaking my head.
I just read it. She's a ghost.
Shannon said she's a
Her
ghost.
face.
Yeah, sorry.
You reading them? Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. You can go ahead.
Okay, okay. That's why I stopped. Her face says, "Damn, Big
Okay.
Mama told me to stay home." He said, "Kamala, the only black he gotta act right with." LOL.
He said
Uh,
not really
did y'all
black.
see the clip of Donald Trump when he was playing golf and he was like, "I think he'll drop. I did a good job picking with him. I'd rather go against Kamala, whatever the name he called her, because it ain't her name." But did y'all see that clip? It's hilarious. It is hilarious.
So that y'all, I just it's the look on this sister's face for me. It's the look on her face,
Well,
and
she
she's
looked
still
very
trying to
young
be
too,
included.
so
Yeah,
she done bought into the
he giving all
idea
the
of him
time in the
being for
world
black
next to
folks.
her.
And that
Yeah,
look embarrassing.
he
That's a
ain't-
look of
yeah.
embarrassment.
Now he gonna
I
have to
can't.
try
I
to
can
wipe
barely hear
that.
you on my end. What you say?
Uh, hold on, let me make sure my sound is right, Khadijah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna pause it right there. So, um, the look on her face said it all. I guess for me, I see a lot of black people are so convinced that Donald Trump is a monster and that he's racist. I don't know Donald Trump. I really don't. I don't know the man. Um, and then they'll push Biden, but I bet you they won't even comment on this video. They will. They cannot see the races in front of them. They just can't. I don't know
They don't want
why.
to see it. 'Cause it's not, it's impossible to
Mm.
miss. They're choosing not to
All right,
acknowledge it.
Tina.
It's impossible to miss. He's reverting back to his authentic self. You don't know the man got dementia. He probably thinks he's in the animal himself. Yeah, Annabella, you never lied. And he is who he is. Period. He is who he is. He's never faked like he wasn't.
So I don't know how
He
people
just
feel
looks
about
like the
Tasha K,
safer
but
of
I'm sorry, Sissy.
I said he just looks like the safer of two evils that so black people think. But this right here is yeah, that's hiding that you are. He is who the hell he is. Don't nothing surprise me. Look how old this motherfucker is. We know he racist.
I'm gonna stop on her face. Look, it ain't funny, y'all. I'm really not I'm laughing because you have to hear like Joy Reid and it was that one chick who ain't really black that's on the View. When she did her DNA, she was really a Spaniard, Sunny. And all of them they're pushing their. They can't even be fair. What do you call those people? Reporters or whatever. They can't even be fair. Like they can't even just sit there and be neutral. They like pushing their stuff, and Sunny be pushing it like she's an ADOS. That's what be cracking me up with her. It's like, girl, don't nobody know you think you black. Like, don't nobody know that. Like, y'all didn't go through the civil rights movement. You wasn't enslaved in this country. What are you talking about? Like, you're on the View. Like, whose view are you telling? Are you telling this young lady's view? Because y'all telling her to buy into Joe Biden, and the man just walked past her and ignore her. Like, stop telling black people to support people who ignore them. That's what I think this says to me. Like, they'll be pushing Biden. And then another thing, while we on him, it's cracking me up. I see all these memes about black people talking about what they do for a living. This stuff like, I'm a lawyer, I'm a dentist, I'm a psychotherapist, I'm a whatever, whatever. That's great. But black people can still be plumbers and construction workers and teachers. Those are all jobs. Nurses, those are still jobs. Daycare worker, that's a job. But for me, I feel like the classism has showed up in Black America to me. When Donald Trump talking about black jobs, y'all act like the dude was talking to like a ghost. Because maybe y'all ashamed of those people who have those jobs. You better go ahead, Shanda. She said, listen, with Trump, you know where you stand. You remember Tasha's?
I think she should come out to express how this made her feel and what took place. But there was an organization that placed her there, and she has been publicly humiliated. She put herself there. Got no organization making. I get what you're saying, but we gotta stop acting. She put herself there. I'd have been like, "This is something I can't do. I don't believe in it. I don't stand up for the national anthem at anything or pledge allegiance when we're at work. When we at anything, I just don't do it. And my everybody at my job may stand up. Everybody that's around me may do it. I don't do it. So she put herself there buying into it, smiling, cheesing like she had just met her savior, and he went right past her black ass and talked to the lady next to her and behind her, and ignored her. So
For a minute.
and if you in a lot of
Talk to
people are in
almost a minute.
organizations, stuff like that, and they sacrifice their self, their dignity to be accepted. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't have been, yeah, they are honorable jobs. They definitely are, Dinetta, honorable jobs. And
But
yeah,
we
we
act
get into
like those
classes and I hear that
jobs
all
are.
the time. I hear people always, oh, she just works here, or she does this. All those were jobs that black people mainly had, and we don't have them anymore. So we knew exactly what the hell he was talking about. We could, and the state, some state jobs are now the plantation because you can't, it's certain shit you can't say or do to keep that job, and people are flooding y'all out. So that has now become a black person's job in certain positions. You know what I mean? So yeah, I get the classism definitely coming out, and it comes out every election. To be honest with y'all, They kind of cover it up sometimes, but it comes out almost every election. We saw it with the pearls and
Yeah.
chucks. We
Yep.
saw it when Donald Trump was running last time. We see it all the time when the so-called bourgeoisie black folks have to, rattle the cage. They want to be known that they're not like the broke Negroes and they're not like the so-called stereotypical Negroes when they're just Negroes like everyone else. Well, see, we see this every election. Every election they come out. They are honorable. Okay, true, but as she should let folks know what this means to us, not just her. Gotcha. Yeah. Well, shit, her face
Yeah.
told us everything. That girl looked embarrassed as
Yeah.
hell.
Yeah. But she also looked like, look at this nigga. That's how she really looked
Mm.
like. I can't
What she
believe this
got
nigga just
done?
walked past me. Like, yeah, huh?
Yeah, she probably
What you
told her
say,
friends, "Look,
Khadijah?
I'm gonna be right by the light." Telling her friends, "I'm about to see Biden. I'm gonna talk to Biden, the president." He, hey, it is what it is.
And it's
We
the
in a,
tight lip. Because we know as black folks, we are like masters at like reading people's energy. We know what it means when a person's done with a person. We know body language pretty much. But that look on her face, we've all had this look before when something was going down and we was like, look at this shit here. Like,
mm,
and then sometimes we look like that and we look at another black person and be like, girl, do you see what this fool just did to me? Sometimes that's the look
mm,
you have before you go to hell off. That's a before you go to hell off look sometimes too. So I don't know. It's gonna be funny watching either the pundits not talk about it. Thank you Tasha K for bringing that to my attention. I do like sometimes when Tasha K talks a little bit about just certain politics, like even though she talks about a lot of other stuff, whether you into it or not. But I like it that every now and then she shows stuff like this because her base votes too. See, her base is not always represented by we are the safe Negroes and we have degrees and we are important. Like those people usually don't speak for the black people who hold this country together because it ain't them. So I just think that's quite interesting. But myself, Khadijah, that's all. We had to talk about this. I mean, just this is ridiculous. I don't know. Any other thoughts on that before? What you laughing?
hell no. I was just black folks got to stop being so wanting to fit in all the time. That's one of our biggest problems. We just want to fit in everywhere. And I don't even see too many other black people at the goddamn place. I don't even like being the only black person. That shit make me uncomfortable. When somebody, I don't never like that. So I don't know. We can go on. I'm tired of this topic anyway.
Okay. Then what else? Before I get the next thing ready, what else would you like to talk about? While I get the next thing ready.
We could talk about let's see here. We definitely know body language since it was the code of slavery. We can read energy. Well, I definitely. We could tell by the way somebody stand, sit, facial
Mhm.
expressions, how they say. You could tell right there. Yeah, that's that happened to me this weekend, y'all. I was so hot. I came in somewhere. I had an attitude with everybody. Ain't nobody did nothing to me, but I was so hot. I had an attitude. People knew it too, just by the way I was standing and sitting and not talking. And yeah, we can tell. We can tell. But yeah,
Yeah.
I feel bad for the sister because she looks kind of young to me. And you probably was excited to meet the president, and then bam, he act like she wasn't even sitting there, so or standing there. So yeah, I feel a little bad for her. She probably young, or she look young. She look
So
like Sister
my
Soldier to
question
me.
is all this. Somebody says exactly, um, and then we got some laughy faces of tears or whatever from my dear sister. I don't know, y'all. Be honest, and no nobody. I'm not gonna be mad at nobody's when their opinion. What do you think we should do this election cycle? Like, what do you
What do you
think we
think we
should
should
do?
do?
Yeah. I mean, honestly,
I
any.
think you should vote for the party that's best going to serve your needs. That's what I think, whoever it may be. That's what I think.
Right.
I don't think we should all vote for Biden because people saying he the best thing, or we should all vote for Donald Trump because we know we're gonna get vote for what's best for you and your views. You know what I mean? Because I think that's just the best thing to do, in my opinion. But
Mm.
this is going to be this might have been worse than the last election, in my opinion. Because Biden is way worse than the first. So, he wasn't a great opponent at that time, but he definitely ain't. He can't do shit right now. Like this man is sitting there like he's not even there. Like I think somebody in here mentioned, like he seemed like he got dementia. Yeah, I don't. He don't even like he know where he at half the
selective,
time.
selective dementia.
Yeah. So yeah, I got you. But when he paused, that shit ain't no accident. And he be paused, he don't be knowing what. He feel like he know where he at. Like his medicine wears off. I hate to time it better. What's up, Yachty?
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm sorry. I'm up here trying to get the next thing
What do
ready.
you think people should do? What you didn't
I
answer the
do. I think
question.
I think we should vote um, the best person for the job.
Mm-hmm.
Like our
Okay.
borders need to be protected. Who's gonna do that the best? We need to make everybody be equal. Who you think gonna be like? I don't like none of you motherfuckers. Red,
That part.
green, white, yellow, rich, poor. I just think that makes things even. I think if everybody had to fight for their right to exist, I think that is more like fair.
Mm-hmm.
Just my opinion. I'm sorry. I think black people have done the best when we knew the cards were stacked against us. Not that these people are our friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Getting
just me.
comfortable.
Yeah, that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
I just yeah, I don't know. That's just me.
Okay,
I couldn't come
Yachty
up on
said
it.
Biden tried to paint the picture that he likes black folks by having that black woman speak at the inauguration ceremony. But we obviously know he don't like black people. Very true. He makes it very clear.
That's coming from a young person, y'all. We didn't tell
Mm-hmm.
him to do that. Right on, nephew. Right on. Um, I, I,
What you got
I,
next, player?
huh? Sorry,
I said, what you got next, player?
I'm trying to get it up, sissy. So let me see this.
No
I
worries.
want to put these two people on the screen. I'm gonna show you when they're young, and then when they old. But I also think with all the turmoil we have going on right now, I do think we're gonna have to back up a little bit and address this from a just like a background kind of thing. Do y'all know who these two men are?
Of course, Sidney Poitier and Harry Belafonte.
What's your thoughts and feelings about them? What about you?
What's yours? No, I'm just playing with you. That's what we're gonna say.
I mean,
I think they were just two safe Negroes that I saw in movies growing up, or that was not growing up, but watched back when I was younger. Two safe Negroes that acted. I know where this is going, so
yeah.
you know.
So let me just say this, and please, sorry y'all, please y'all jump in. You know what I mean? I do think because I seen some stuff this week I was reading about, and these two came up in a different kind of light. I kind of knew the light,
Hmm.
so she said we've been in worse situations, so I will go for the person most fit for the job. DT is mentally fit. Yeah, I mean, we
Yeah,
know
because
the dude
Biden.
is. Yeah, he's out to lunch. Um,
Yeah.
well, you know what I'm saying. I was gonna say, growing up, I remember watching these two on the screen a lot. I remember
Hmm.
all the. I can tell you a lot of films. They were in. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna kind of skip around a little bit, so we see them there. Sorry, y'all. I'm just gonna talk about some of the movies. I remember watching them in Buck and the Preacher. Y'all don't remember that movie? It's a
Hmm.
western. Really good. Ruby D's in this movie. I remember watching them
Carmen
at
Jones.
Carmen jo- uh Carmen Jones. Harry Belafonte was in Carmen Jones.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely. Um, um, this is them right here in those films that were that they played in with Sidney Poitier and I'm not
And
Sidney
Bill
Poitier,
Cosby.
Bill Cosby, all those series of films they had. Uptown Saturday
Hmm.
Night, Which Way Is Up. Like it was just all they was in all kind of films. Like in the '70s, they were our black actors. They were kind of like what
Leading
Denzel
men.
us, yeah, Denzel is to us now. That's who they were before there was a Denzel. But what I did not
Hmm.
know about these two men, and not until I got older, is they absolutely did not fuck with black women. So there's a story,
Mm.
there's a couple of stories. One is that Sidney Poitier was with Diane Carroll. They had an affair for 10 years. So much so that Diane Carroll, they were all married, they were married to other people. Now I would say that Sidney Poitier's first wife was black. And he's really from the Bahamas, even though he was born in Florida. His parents are both, I think, from the Bahamas or somewhere like there. So he had to really work on his accent and all that kind of stuff. I think Harry Belafonte is from the Caribbean. I gotta really check that
Hmm.
out. So I used to get too mixed up. Um, But anyway, so I guess he had this long affair with Diane Carroll. You have to really read her book, but also you can research a lot of stuff. And what really got me with these two, they said like black women couldn't take them to where they wanted to be. And I thought to myself, well, why in the hell did y'all do all the black movies if you didn't like black people? I kind of really don't understand that. Like, I don't know if I knew that Sidney Poitier was this way, that I would have been watching his films. Like Tate Diggs, I ain't watched shit he been in since he made that comment about missing his white wife when he was around a whole bunch of black women. I can't watch shit he's in consciously.
And if I
I get
remember correctly from a lot of their movies, most of their, almost all of, most of, maybe one or two, most of their co-stars were black women
all
as the
yes.
leading ladies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they
Except
like,
for just
hmm
get dinner. Yeah. So that
yeah.
to
Well, of
me
course,
was kind of
that's
like
the
I was
Bernie Mac and them redid that. Guess who? But go ahead.
yeah, but I just felt like he did all of these civil rights things, but it was really for him to be okay with being with white people. It wasn't really for us. Like these people, I think we're experiencing this right now. I think we have a lot of black people who act like we're okay because they're okay with where they are. But Cindy Portier, and I need y'all to chime in on this because I feel like this is where we stumble as black people. We want to give him a pass. You don't get no pass. You don't tell another. You don't. Harry Belafonte after sleeping with Eartha Kitt, gonna tell her like there's nothing the black woman could do for me. Like I basically need somebody that's gonna help me be okay with white people. Now here's Eartha Kitt is clearly mixed with something. We all know that. But even though that wasn't enough, I think his wife ended up being like an Indian woman, like a Native American woman, Harry Belafonte's woman, that I think he's even still married to. But I just felt like, well, damn, like what the hell is going on? So this is
Well,
not
we
saying,
have so many of those type of men right now that are in movies that are acting. A lot of the leading men now, wives are not black. Um, so it's not surprising, and we do kind of overlook it. They usually co-star with black women. And if their wives are not white,
mm-hmm.
then they damn near you can't tell what they are. Like the guy that plays Ghost, what's his name? I can't remember. Omari Hardwick. You see his wife?
Oh,
She looks like
oh,
a
I
she look yeah. It's so many Tay Diggs. Now he with a Marion baby mama, but but it was always white women. A lot of them have white wives. The guy that played in Atlanta, that's the rapper. He has a white wife, and he had the whole conscious songs and everything. His wife is white. When you talk about him fighting for civil rights and all that kind of stuff, so I think that's something as a buffer to um, get black people to stay invested in them because let's be honest, the black audience was the one support these movies. It wasn't white people. You know what I
yes,
mean? And so of
yes.
course they had to do things to appease the black audience, and that's why they do stuff like uh civil rights. And I can't remember his name, guys from Atlanta. He had the song. Oh, yeah, so you probably off of here, especially the black
No, he on
athletes.
there.
Yes,
He
come on,
like
son.
he's the
Come on.
athlete.
Y'all said what's the guy that
Yeah.
from the show ATL Atlanta that's the rapper now? I can't remember his name. His wife is white,
Oh,
and
Charles
he's
Gambino.
huh?
Charles
Child,
Gambino.
yes. He's always black power this, black power that, wife is white. So it's a lot of men in Hollywood that are that way. So I didn't know a lot about, they way before my time. But I remember watching their movies. Thank you, Yadi. I knew they were both married to white women, but it really only shows that our brothers today that are celebrity are following the same pattern. Donald Glover, that's a yeah. But yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not surprised at
yeah.
all.
So the sister
Mm-mm.
saying, I guess that cat,
That's
he
why I
you met
big
cat.
up That's why I big up Samuel Jackson and his wife Tanya that been together for years. I big up Denzel and Paulette. You know what I'm saying? Judge
Yes,
Mathis and his wife. Even Magic crazy ass. He's still with Cookie.
ooh,
You know what I mean? I big up
that's
people
right.
that are Snoop Dogg and his wife, E40 and his wife. And I'm not E40 fan at all. You know what I'm saying? MC Hammer
Yeah,
and his wife.
Ice
LeBron and
Cube.
his
Yeah,
wife. You know what I'm saying?
yep.
Like I big up them. You know, so yeah. So I guess they didn't like their black mama. That's how I take it, Donetta. And give
Yeah,
LeBron his
sis would
props.
say,
I
I
just
guess.
gave LeBron his props. Donetta said fake news. Which is Donetta?
Yeah.
That they love black women? Tina McClain said no surprise. So I guess they didn't like that. But yeah,
Oh shit, I
nope.
didn't see all these comments. I'm so sorry. Ugh,
That's all right.
I
I
gotta
read
catch
them.
up.
Fake news. Yep, I read
Yeah,
them.
I just think that
Fake
the
news.
only reason why I picked these two, because I really want the, especially people who grew up on their movies. I don't know about y'all, but even I ain't gonna front, even Michael Jackson. When I see who he was picking, I never bought another Michael Jackson album again. It ain't gonna affect him
When he
making no
came with
money.
them goddamn
But I,
white children, and act like blanket and them. That's when I was like, Michael, get the fuck out of here. Like, boy, you might have every skin disease there is, and you could bleach your skin, but your sperm is blackety black with an afro, nigga. So we
Yeah,
knew damn
yeah.
well those was not his
I
kids. And
can
if that
stop.
ain't the highest form of self hatred, I don't know what is. Y'all can go ahead with that. That his DNA ain't mixed with nobody to make them white kids. Y'all don't get out of here. Y'all remember Black Michael with the wide nose and coarse hair. Y'all don't get the hell out of here. Please stop. Stop.
Yeah, I just
Stop.
thought with these two, at some point when we want to talk about like all the anti-blackness we're seeing with black athletes, entertainers, politicians, you can go on and on and
Mm-hmm.
on. Don Cornelius, like we can just go on and on and on.
That part.
Like you know what I mean? Usher, hell, I mean whoever, right?
Yep.
But I think it's
Yep.
okay to go back and say this is not something that was just started now. This is back in the '60s, family. He could have married Diane Carroll. Please read her book. You just read her book. I can never look at his films the same. You know, he always seemed a little corny and dry to me. Sidney Poitier did, if I had to be honest. But but Bill Cosby was like an edgy, funny, crazy. Like that time he walked in
He's
with
still
them
with his black
red.
wife.
Yeah, he sure is. And he even got one that was kind of looked more white than black, but we knew she was black.
Yeah.
So
She
you know
knew
what I
she was
mean.
black.
But I'm
Yeah.
just saying we all knew that they had that kind of thing going on, and I just think I don't know if we can really blame white people for the choices that we make because what they plainly said was, especially Harry Belafonte's squarehead ass, that a black woman could take him where he needed to go, but he came out of a pussy though.
Mm.
You couldn't even get here if the black woman didn't allow you to gush out. So they take you
Tasha
exactly where
said
you
the
needed
whole
to
family.
be.
Tasha said the whole family
So I
has it,
just
not just Michael. True, but he's the only one that tried to make us think he
hey,
gave birth.
look,
He had white children. The other ones just got weird looking white women. But this fool tried to pass off some children like they were his own. Crazy. Michael Jackson, he was mentally off. I
but
don't get
wait a
that's
minute, Tasha,
we talked
hold
about
on.
mental
Are
illness
we?
before. And all their kids look now, but which is
Yeah.
so funny, Tasha, to back you up. All the kids have now had surgery to look like Michael Jackson. Tito's sons look like a fat Michael. Somebody else's sons look like a little browner Michael. They all went and got their noses and shit done like that's really their nose. Shit is crazy. Sorry, go ahead. Because the Jackson Five are
Hold
on
on.
tour, and one of
Hold on.
Tito's sons are playing Michael, and he got Michael's nose after the surgery. You know what I mean? So it's like a really
Yeah.
small nostril nose. Him and Jenny got the same
So
nose.
so I feel like this is just me, Londa. Y'all gotta know my ass. You know what? Hold on, I'm gonna try to pull this up real quick. Hold on, family. Since we talking about the Jacksons, I feel like the Jacksons could be almost a
Lord.
case study. I feel like okay, so here they were when they were young. Look at them. Look at the
Wide nose
noses
and
on these people.
afros.
Look
Wide
at them. Look
noses
at
and
them. Look at them.
afros.
You know what? Michael Jack, there he is. Look at him. Oh, look at his nose all over his face. It's okay, Michael. We love you though.
But
Well, I
it
don't
fit
really
his
love you. I don't
face.
know you like that. But look at them. Okay, so then hold on. And then here they are. This one they got the daughters involved.
Can you
Look at
zoom
Latoya
in
with.
on the Latoya's nose so we can see that nose
Hold
later?
on. Let me try to make it bigger,
God
y'all.
damn it.
Hold on.
Okay, I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh, wait a minute. I have a better picture. Hold on. Before we get to some people there. Hold on. Looking like silvers. Okay, but look at them. I can hear you
And
so
Michael nose was fine. I'm not saying,
no, I'm saying,
all
but
they
look at them.
noses.
Look at Janet. Look at their mama. Look at Latoya. Man, look at Latoya's nose on her face, though. Jesus.
That's what I said.
Look at the baby hair. She had baby hair before we knew there was baby hair.
That's
She
probably a
clearly
lace front
got a
she got
baby
on
hair,
while you playing.
right? Look at Michael. Look at all of them. Look at them. Now let's look at their children. So keep that in mind, family. Keep that in mind. Tasha has a comment while I find this other picture.
Mess around and won't be able to breathe in a minute. They better leave their nose alone. Real talk. Look at that.
Okay.
Who was
Now,
that?
let me get this one up. This probably be a better
Right
one.
there.
Wow. Look at these children. Now, even though they sons have children with people, they kids look like they're mixed with black. Just weird looking mixed with black. Like just ears and like y'all look at this shit here. Look at these. They don't look nothing like the first picture. None of them look like
Mm-mm.
oh, that's how he looked when he was a kid. I look at certain people in our family, they look just like their daddy did when they was young. Cause that's a genes.
Mm-hmm.
Look at these motherfuckers. If this ain't self-hatred, I don't know what to tell you.
That's what I'm trying to
Not
tell you.
there's not one chocolate person in here. Not one.
Only
Some of the
kids
dark
who
skinned
still look black are Reeves,
yeah. That's because Riri
and
has
you can
got
find
married
them in
before
here.
we got crazy. You feel me? Like y'all, come on. But this is what the Jackson feel about black people. I don't know why y'all be supporting them.
That part.
They pulled that titty out on Janet. We should have just got up and left. She gonna be all right. She married a man that was a billionaire who's from Morocco or whatever, and had her son. That like this shit is sad. Like she all the years she was with the Jermaine Dupri, she couldn't have no baby with this fool. Or was she concerned about what her
Hmm.
gene pool was gonna pull out with this man?
Yeah, we know what Jermaine Dupri look like. Trying to erase Elvis and hell the opposite is happening. Real talk.
I just feel like this shit is crazy. I'm
And
sorry,
look at
y'all.
Michael in
Like,
there. God rest his soul. But he looked like a guy. Him on the toilet like two ghosts in this picture.
oh shit, you know what? Cause I didn't even see them up there. He looks
That
really
shit
the
is
opposite.
scary.
What? This don't make no sense.
Look how different Michael and his so-called kids look compared to the rest of the family. Yeah, I mean, it's not Michael need to sit his ass down somewhere. Well, he's gone now, but there's a lie right here. I couldn't even.
Who this white
Yeah,
woman over Joseph's head? Who's that?
no, somebody
Then they got
wife.
Jermaine. Ugh, this is crazy. This is crazy. But hey, that's what we were fighting for in civil rights. We was fighting for that looking people. We
Londa,
wasn't really
shut
fighting.
up.
We really weren't fighting for black
I
people.
can't.
Like dead ass
I
serious. I don't
cannot.
think we were fighting for black people. I just don't think we were.
Money and fame opens doors of foolery and makes people forget where they come from and what and on the back why people have contributed to them getting to where they at. Yeah, this is. And I used to
I
really
don't
like
see
Michael Jackson. I really did. He was. I thought he was an awesome entertainer. All his songs were catchy. We was jamming to him last night, playing all his old nose music. You know what I mean? Maybe after one surgery music. Uh, but yeah, Michael Jackson. He had some jams, but he did not love his black self at all, and it was
yeah.
clear when he married Elvis' drunk ass daughter. I knew something like this fool is crazy. Cause that what the hell?
Got the hell out of there though.
So, old nose music. I'm serious, cause that's what it was. It was his old nose music. My son know a lot of the old school, but he know a lot of his new stuff, like right before he died. You know, when he's working with Neo and stuff like that. But he know the classics too. But we were jamming the old nose Michael. Um, short Jerry
But
Curl Michael.
it's the same way I feel about this chick.
Oh
Even
yeah.
she got one dark skinned kid, grandkid, and that's because they came from the oldest daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now I'm talking about
Barry
Diana
Gordy's
Ross.
daughter.
Yeah, but
Self hatred in its highest form. Yeah.
here she go. And it's funny how Tracy Ellis Ross is doing a bunch of stuff, but how much of that has to do with Diana?
A
Because there's
lot.
all kind of mixed kids out here. Here's Diana Ross's family. Now look at her kids. Look at this
Mm-hmm.
one little black kid over here in the
It's
corner.
not an accident.
Absolutely not. But that's why they
Not an
can't say
accident.
nothing about civil rights because they were fighting for the right to kind
Hmm.
of blend in with other groups. They wasn't fighting for the right for black people to have access to stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's not why they
Mm-hmm.
were fighting. That's City Porter and them jumped on the team, but they weren't really trying to make sure. Because that man lived to be 90 something years old. That's like if King had lived, King probably would end up with a white wife. Somehow her and him was flirting with a son
This
sometime.
goddamn Londa.
Look, I believe that. I believe all of them end up with it. Like for real. Think about it. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure they
Oh
wasn't
yeah.
thinking about it, except for the one little chocolate child because he came out of the blackest daughter when she was trying to make sure she ensured her shrine and with the Supremes when she was sleeping with Barry Gordy. That's the only reason she
Mm-hmm.
got that black child to come out of her fully black.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on.
Yep.
That's why I think it's dangerous to have
Telling the
people who
truth.
look like this to represent black people's struggle because they ain't true. They don't know what our struggle is. They know they struggle, but they don't know our struggle.
Tasha said, with that point, that is why we do not have too many celebrities fighting social justice. Their homes do not reflect the essence of the fight and will be challenged. Yep. They just shut their ass up and go with
Yep.
the flow. Calculated conception. It absolutely was, Donetta. Absolutely.
That's deep. That's deep. That's all I'm saying. I know people be in their feelings. I'm not like racist or nothing like that, but I feel like
Yeah,
if black people gonna get free, we gotta like be honest about this. That's kind of like don't nobody get mad at me when I'm getting ready to say. Hold
oh
on, I'm gonna pull
Lord,
a
what?
picture up though. I gotta have some backup. Now
While you pulling that
I'm
up, we
enjoying
got a
the
question.
summer. So please go ahead.
Yadi says, "How do y'all feel about this terrible BET Awards that just happened?" I didn't watch it. I just
Oh, I
seen
didn't watch
certain performances, and I thought it was horrible from what I seen. I think hip hop is going to hell in a handbasket and it's on fire. Uh, yeah, from what I hear, it was horrible. Everybody I know that saw it was like it was horrible, except for two little girls singing or rapping. But everybody said it was horrible. What'd you think? It's from it's younger people. What'd you think, Yachty? Didn't watch it. BT is owned by white people. I'm not sure why some people are upset about it. Because the BT used to be where you want to see entertainers, our top entertainers. You know what I mean? Back in the day. Now our top entertainer is Sexy Red and what's the Ice Spice and just degrading music. At one time, good people performed at the BET Awards. Now this Joe and Miss Netta was trying to get on the red carpet. That's what the BET Awards has been reduced to, y'all. And white people own everything: Hulu, ABC, NBC, MTV, CNN, Fox. Most of the streamers that we watch owned by white people. YouTube, everything. Yeah. So I think we need to take BT back to us. Yeah, it was horrible. I didn't watch it. Wasn't worth watching. Nothing. Yeah, I've heard nothing good about it at all.
Well, I
Hmm.
um I didn't watch it. I did read a lot of comments about it, but I gotta be honest. I feel like see we started off talking about. I mean, we talked about Sidney Poitier and Harry Belafonte with their colorist. But I also feel like colorism is all mixed up in the story.
Look
Here's
at
the
this picture.
BET Award.
Uh huh.
Here it is. The Pudding Pops. There they go. Right. But I also feel like there's a section of black culture or black people who this is their life. They don't see nothing wrong with this shit.
Nothing. Oh yeah, I did
Oh,
hear
Lauren
Lauren
said,
Hill and her stunt performance was good.
oh,
Yeah.
great. Oh, thank you,
Tasha
Jesus.
said, Tiffany said we need to take the BETs back to us. I did not watch it, not worth watching anything. Tasha said they are not going to see any top entertainers. They are displaying the poison that they want us to see. So we have to protect our ears and eye gates. I didn't watch it. Yeah, me either. I don't even know who half these fucking people are other than Bow Wow.
I don't either. I don't either. I don't know
And
any of
that's
these people
Diddy's son down there in the front.
who's accused of being raped
And
right now.
Coco
He's on
Jones
trial
off
for
the
that.
TV show in a red dress. I ain't know she sing. And I know that ain't old ass DJ in the corner. What's his name? Look in the corner, black glasses on. Somebody help me out. No, just from back when we
Uh,
was out, but he was pointed in. He used to
yeah,
be the guy on Def Comedy
uh,
Jam. What's the DJ name?
I know I can't remember his name
Kid
though.
Capri.
He
That's
used to do
Kid
all the
Capri.
free.
It's Kid
Kid
Capri.
Rock. Okay.
No, boy, girls, Kid
Yeah.
Capri. Honestly, I feel like the only good female artist that is slightly up to date is Nicki Minaj. I mean, she actually has talent and doesn't depend on exploiting herself to get publicity, respectfully. Yeah. That's because Nicki
What? Nicki
Minaj can rap. She came up under people that can
Minaj?
rap. So she can rap. Even though she may be naked, she actually can rap. She used to do battle rap. What'd you say?
I don't mind if they naked if they was on the naked channel. I feel like when you
That
have
part.
something like
That's what this
BET,
became, though.
I feel like as much as we want to blame corporate America, there was a time, and I think we got to remember this because people got us thinking we're not in control of ourselves, but that's a lie. So my thing is, hey, there was a time where people's like, yeah, you can't put that on because we don't want our kids to see that. But because we ushered in a Nicki Minaj, that's how you got all this shit. The same way there used to be Millie Jackson. There used to be a lot of people, Betty Wright, that sang songs, whatever. That shit came on at nighttime when your kids was in bed. You wasn't listening to that shit with your kids.
Yeah. And pre
Same
Nicki
thing with True Life.
Minaj,
'Cause we had the True Life.
yeah,
Yeah,
and I would say pre Nicki Minaj, we had Little Kim, but that would be like one artist, and she would be like her segment would be like 2 minutes. She couldn't even do the full song; had to be the clean version. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
then she would have to cut out. But now every song is ratchet. You know what I mean? Like,
That's
every
my
female
point.
artist is ratchet. Yeah,
That's because y'all let the club people, you let the people at the strip club take over your culture. That's all I'm saying. I just feel like did her perform? I like her. I think her is good. There's another one, Scissors, Swizzers, or whatever her name is. Cause my girls love her.
SZA,
Am I saying it right?
SZA.
Yeah. So did she perform? One of them got an awards. I can't remember which one it was, and she talked about making it as a dark skinned artist and don't give up on yourself. And so look at these women in this picture. Now one of
Probably
them is dark
Coco.
skinned. I mean, I'm just saying.
The
Yeah, maybe
one
it was
in the
Coco.
red,
Yeah,
they just got her. They just got her light. She is dark. Coco, right here in the red dress. They when they do the promos, they do filters and make her light. But she a chocolate girl that played on the show. That's how I know who she is. But they made they made her look so light in the pictures.
that's
And I don't
deep.
know it back there with a little
All
afro.
I'm saying is,
I don't know these people. I
all
really
I'm
don't.
saying is
Other than
that's
Bow
why
Wow.
we must splinter. That's why I believe we must splinter the black culture if we're gonna save ourselves. That's like you having cancer and try to save your whole arm. You say, I'm gonna have to cut off my arm right below the elbow before it spreads. But we keep trying to
Hmm.
save the whole arm. Like these people here gonna have to go ahead and walk through hell with gasoline draws on and come back to us when they got some scabs. Because I feel like we keep trying to save these people, and to me, they're not worth saving.
It's
I feel
terrible
like
out there.
to be saved means that you must try to get yourself right. We right now, our whole culture is kind of drowning because we act like these people here. Most of these probably aren't ADOS. Let's be honest. They're not. They're not descendant of enslaved people. They really can't be, really. Maybe one or two of them, and they know in their mind, like, would your grandma be pleased you up here sliding on a goddamn pole? One of them had a performance where she was acting like she was being patriotic. It's like, girl, get the fuck out of here. Like, why would you even do something like that? That's crazy. But I also feel like people got folks believing that this is our culture. And I always tell people that's the club culture. I don't do that at my house.
Hmm.
Y'all may do that at your house, but I don't do that at my house. So I'm
It's
always
some
saying in
people
my culture,
cultures,
when you live,
unfortunately.
yeah, it ain't mine. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But
No,
I
I
feel
didn't
like
say,
we
but
don't even show the
unfortunately, this shit is
diversity.
sad.
Yeah. We just need to stop selling what we say own so that we can continue to promote us. This is just unfortunate.
We
We got
must
time
take
to get in this.
accountability for and how we want to show up in the world.
I'm down
That's
with
what we
that.
need more female artists like Ari Lennox from Dreamville perform at the BET Awards. Shout out to Ari Lennox. Yeah, so you know I love her. She chocolate,
Right
but that's
on.
probably why you don't see her. It's on us. Yep.
I agree with that. I'm not even want to hear,
Yeah.
even though
Yep.
BETA owned by us. So what? Like the powers that be own a lot of networks, but because people still believe in their image, they also don't support people like that. We act like we don't have no
Hmm.
control over our kids. You got control of that cell phone. Yeah, you can. You can block stuff. Like you got to make it. Stop making it so easy for your kids to be involved with this. But then when their ass come up missing, you want all of us to stop our day to go find your kid that you didn't want to put no parental blocks on their phone and know who their friends are, and go up to your kid's school to volunteer, or take them out to some events that's happening around the city that you may think is corny, but spend some time with your kid. Everything is not about them having fun while they doing brainless shit. But okay, I digress.
But yes,
Yeah.
YG and Lauryn Hill performance was dope. We also need more solutions and not just identifying the problems. Again, protect our ears, eye gates. And unfortunately, none of these artists on here, children should be listening to. Not none of them.
Yep.
It's not music for their ears. But because some parents don't want to sacrifice their fun times, they listen to this in front of their kids and while they driving them to
They
school
sure the hell
and while they running errands. You know what I mean? Like I know somebody that was in trouble who mom went out for the 4th of July, and this fool been getting in trouble in school since for like months. He would have had the driest, boringest fucking 4th of July ever. But because the mom didn't want to sacrifice her fun times, he got to do everything his ass shouldn't have done and then got in trouble there. Stole something from somebody when he shouldn't even been out the house. So I think sometimes parents put their children's morality on the line for their own selfish fun. Stop letting social media raise your children. Sexy Red is, oh gosh, she is, Lord Jesus. And you know what's so funny? They pump her up on the BET Awards like she was just the best selling artist. They had to cancel several concert tours because her tickets are so low. Nobody's going to her goddamn concert, but she's performing everywhere like she's a big star. This shit is crazy. That's crazy. Think it's cute that their kids know these songs. Absolutely, Donna. It's like, what are you, That booty after that sexy red. Yeah, I say you want if you still. Who sing the song Booty Hole Brown something? I think that's sexy red.
Oh
It might
goodness.
be Cardi B. I don't know who the hell it is. But all the music is just disgusting. It's like the it ain't even Millie Jackson's sexy liberation. Not you know what I mean? They say some disgusting, degrading things. It's not just a woman talking about, you know what I mean? They stuff is the yeah, sexy red. It's
Sexy red does.
disgusting. It's like the bottom of the barrel stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's not even having a
So
raunchy, smart mouth for cussing or
was
being a
Drake there?
woman saying I'm gonna do what I want to do in the bedroom. That shit is growth and can't read, write, add, subtract nothing but can rap. Yeah, don't know no damn sight words. That's sexy red, but
Not
that's
the
a
sight
remix.
words.
Okay, yeah.
Not the sight words.
I mean remake got you. Oh, somebody. I think they were like at his sister or something, huh, Tiffany? I think I seen that somewhere. That song was from somebody
Mhm,
that they was singing it. I think I
mhm.
seen that.
Yeah, it was way back like
But
the
yeah, it's just
80s.
like I don't look. Is that Big Daddy Kane?
Yeah, girl, he was at the BMP Awards with no
Wow.
shirt on his jacket.
He
Uh-huh.
trying to show y'all he
He's
still
always
got it.
here. Uh-huh. Yeah. Was Drake there?
I don't know.
Yachty, was Drake
I know
there?
they were all at the. No, he didn't watch it. I don't think all the
Oh,
way.
yeah, I just can't.
Yeah, y'all. I don't know. We got work to do as a people. I don't know what's going. I don't know where black people gonna be in 25 years with this
Wait,
kind
is
of
this
bullshit
Destiny
here.
Child? Oh no, I thought that was Destiny Child.
I'm dead. They got some old Destiny style clothes.
Yeah, that looked
I
like
said
the, you
Destiny style. Destiny child.
know what you meant.
I
Oh
don't
shoot.
know. I think also a lot of the have your choice how you want to be. But I think it is the men with the beards and the dresses. This shit is getting really they looking like the bearded lady in the circus. This shit is getting ridiculous. If I see one more man with a beard on with nails and lashes and makeup and a dress and a purse, I ain't see it. But Drake shouldn't even show his face after Kendrick's diss. uh,
Okay,
so
so
I don't
so
know.
the another segue into what I was gonna say is when we talked about Harry Belafonte and those guys, and even on Kendrick Lamar's this thing when he called your boy a
Hmm.
colonizer, um, that's his
Yeah.
children's mother. Um,
Yep. It's his
is she
fiance. He's putting
calling
the
out?
ring on
Is
it.
she, yeah. Um, I don't know if you can make fun of somebody that you're producing, honey. You're producing people that look like Drake. They're not looking like Kendrick. I'm
Zasha
just
said
saying.
crickets.
Uh,
Well, they like
they're not like
the
us.
black man can see the white man as a colonizer, but not his woman. The
Oh,
white man can be the devil, he can be evil, but not his woman. And that's the first teacher. So you follow a racist kid home's parents is gonna be some fucking racist. And look, what is she? I don't know. But anyway, she don't look black. But I mean, he is from he is who he is.
he is from Compton. Let's just be honest. Something about California. I'm
Mhm.
not. And I look. I love some Cal, but the niggas out here is different. They, you know.
Mm-hmm. Cause I got a chocolate man from Compton. No, I'm playing y'all. Yeah, but
Okay,
it's
but
something
I'm just
about
saying, like,
California
some,
longer. They
I
feel like
did
they got
say
to get that
some. I
white
did
girl.
say some. Yeah, I did say some.
Hmm.
I'm just saying it's just
Yep.
always kind of cracked me up.
There is
Y'all
no
chime
real
in,
talent.
but I just don't know how people be like, yeah, Kendrick, and then I guess Mr. Farrakhan talking about he done freed the rappers. What the fuck is he talking about? Fuck is
Farrakhan
this
need
nigga
to
talking
sit
about?
his ass down. Why are you even listening to this? What is he like 80 something? He should be
I
listening to Andre 3000's flute album. That's the shit he should be listening to. Not no damn Kendrick. This is the problem too. A lot of our elders,
Oh, God.
they have a hard time taking this, being an elder. How you even know Kendrick songs? There
Well,
is
he
no real
said he
talent
was
of beating
freeing the
random rhyming
rappers.
words that don't tell a story pouring in the song. That's exactly what that's the point I'm making. It's just when Suki Honda made that song about eating a man's anus, I said, what in the F is going on? Like, and then she was getting plays. Like people was really playing it. I don't know. I don't
I don't
know.
know, sissy. I'm just saying.
Well, we
I'm
thank y'all
just
for
saying.
tuning in tonight. We truly do.
Yeah. We really do,
and
y'all. We had
powerful.
to come on here. I wanted to put this up right here because I didn't know these people had freed the rappers. I didn't know the rappers were enslaved. I didn't know that. I thank you, Mr. Farrakhan. I don't know what you're talking about. Um, because evidently you ain't like them. You ain't like them. You ain't like them.
Londa,
Uh,
shut up. I serious said I
yeah.
love Kendrick, but he really ain't dating no black woman though. Yep.
So because
That's what
he's
we was
in that
talking about
Harry
earlier
Belafonte. Yeah.
when they talk about social
Hmm.
justice and all things, because he does. Kendrick makes you drop some good deep shit, but yeah, all his money gonna go to her and her people if something happen. It ain't going to the black folks.
Yeah. I just feel like it's interesting. You know. I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know.
fair.
I
I'm not
see
no fan of Farrakhan's. It's
what the
been
fuck's
fucking
going on
years since
here.
I've been a fan of. Uh-uh.
But I guess the other part too, Khadijah, then we gonna wrap it up. But I got let me put this up real quick. Hold on, let me, I gotta get my thing set. But we gotta talk about this real quick before we get off here. Um,
You got a what?
we gotta talk about this real quick before we get off here. Cause you said something. Hold on. I feel like at some point, and this is where sometimes people be falling out with me sometimes, because they forget that when you live an era, you gotta see it differently. You know what I mean? Like anybody could. I see this a lot with the crack game. People be talking about selling crack like that shit was like the best movie ever, but they
Like
don't
they
want
was
to talk
selling
about
fruit
how
on the corner.
they don't want to talk about how they ruined a bunch of fucking people because they were trying to get some new tennis shoes or some bullshit or eat some steak for dinner. I don't know, but I feel like Kendra and Kendrick Lamar and Tupac. I think they're great rappers, but I don't think they're like I don't know why we're so in love with us being so fascinated by people who are good with words, but they haven't done any leadership stuff. Like I love some Tupac, but I don't remember him um, leaving anything tangible that even if he left, like Steve Jobs left, but we're still reaping benefits from all those damn Apple products. That's changed the world. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like there's the Apple Store. There is all the tech. You see all the technology. You go to the doctor. You see that there's the technology. You go to the bank. There's the technology. Like he left something when he left that's so tangible. I don't know how I feel about black men that are artists talking about our fucking problems and what we could do to get it right, but have not themselves laid any blueprints down. And then we'll say he's like Dr. King, he's like Malcolm X, and I'll be like, nigga, what? Like, no, they're rappers. Like, they can make you feel good, but I'm not really too impressed with the words. And some people be like, well,
Hmm.
no, you got a good time period. I lived the time period of Tupac. I was a young person. I like keep your head up. Thank you. My mama told me keep my head up too. Don't walk with your head down. I mean, I'm glad he did the songs. Brenda had a baby. Well, I wasn't Brenda, so I couldn't really relate to that. But I'm pretty sure that shit was serious, right? But I just feel like the way we take people like this, and we act like they were the greatest leaders ever of black people. And I was like,
There are a lot of
really?
there are a lot of oh, go ahead, sorry.
Well, no, no, please.
There are a lot of freaks and predators in the industry. I don't know where this came from. All talk and no action. Even J. Cole spreads a slightly better message than K. Dot. These folks are entertainers and they are not change agents. They do not represent all of our morals and values. They just capture the hearts and minds of people pockets. And when it comes to Tupac, Tupac wasn't. People think he was like this great leader. Tupac was a follower. So when he were around people that was making, first of all, he's a dance background for Digital Underground. So he was all about dancing. Then when he started hanging around people, his mom, had a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of knowledge. So he would rap about that. He started hanging with thugs. He became this big thug life and got the tattoo, and then he was a thug. You know what I mean? And remember this nigga jumped somebody too. He's spreading all this black people and white man and all this. He jumped some goddamn body in
Mhm.
Vegas. So we got to remember, like Tasha said, these people are entertainers. Tupac was he was a simulator. He would assimilate with whoever he was around, and that's what his rap would be about. He wasn't always rapping consciously, and he really didn't have any conscious rap, to be honest with y'all. He had a couple of songs to talk about particular conditions. His mama was a crackhead, so that song was heartfelt. He dealt with a crackhead mama. You know what I mean? I'm sure somebody, and he hit women, yeah, and he hit women too that has been buried. Yeah, so he wasn't this great person.
Wow.
Tupac was somebody that would assimilate with whoever he was around. That's who the hell he became. And Kendrick Lamar has some pretty decent songs. You know, he has some okay messages and some things better than when you're comparing shit when you're comparing shit to oranges. People want to take the oranges. That don't mean the oranges is a fucking steak. You know, so is
Mm,
nobody out really good now for Kendrick to be other than J. Cole and some of J. Cole Dreamville artists like JID and Earth Gang. There really aren't any rappers that's really spitting no real shit. So yeah, it's going to sound like Kendrick is super deep. Tupac was not deep in that time. We had X Clan, we had
really?
Public Enemy, we had Wu Tang. He wasn't even on their fucking level. He wasn't even on level of L Cool J. And he, he Tupac. It wasn't until he died and Machiavelli and all this other shit that he became this big martyr in the black community, and he was not a conscious rapper. Kendrick has some things that are
No, he wasn't.
conscious or that are up, make you think a little bit. I'm gonna say that get what your conscious make you think. But who the fuck are we comparing him to? Offset and Quavo and all whatever them people is, all the little Dirt. Who are we? Who? What other rappers are out there really saying anything that has some type of any type of substance other than J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar? Maybe some underground ones, but we don't even know who the hell they are. So I think black people in hip hop always want to look for some type of hero or the voice of the people for entertainment. K Dot is the voice of Compton. To be honest with you, his the beat, his dance moves, his dress code, that is all California. And he just has a good beat
Yes,
so
it is.
people jam it to it. A lot of people cannot fucking stand Drake. That's why I went across the country and the world, and everybody in every hood's playing it. Nobody cared for Drake because he came in very cocky and like he was the hip hop king and ain't paid no dues, nigga from Canada. So that's why Kendrick Lamar shit blew up because people they hated Drake. Their
Mm.
words are good and some even great to dance to with the beat, but they are celebrities. They do stuff to make money and not change the world. They're not leaders. They just sound like them sometimes, but they don't live like leaders at all. You're so correct, Margarita. I agree. Come on, Tribe Called Quest, Jungle, but exactly like if Tupac wasn't even thought of. Cole even made a record label to promote the good voices of hip hop that spreads a good message. I love all of J. Cole artists on this stuff. Entertainers and artists are two different genres of music. It's just unfortunate that some are not knowledgeable to know that. That's why there is always a comparison, such as these entertainers. Name some artists and compare them. Yeah, some artists are entertainers because they entertain us. They entertain us with their artistry. So it's almost intangible. That's like tomato, tomato. They almost interchangeable. Go ahead, in my opinion.
I'm a, I'm a, no, I agree. I'm right there with you. I'm gonna give you another example. When we did have the Poor Righteous Teachers, the Jungle Brothers, Queen Latifah, the Self Destruction,
X
Public, you name
Clan.
all those. X Clan.
Mm-hmm.
When we rap those lyrics, and if you really listen to the lyrics, it does change your mind. It makes you feel empowered,
Get you thinking.
and then it
Yep.
kind of helps you lead you into with the work. Like I know the work that I've been able to do my whole life. That was the soundtrack that made me knew I had to build something in my community. Now y'all got all of this club and stripper pole shit. That's why y'all
Fuckery
kids is
music.
aspiring to the stripper pole. Let's just be honest, because music is like your soundtrack. It feeds your soul and your spirit. So if you're listening to music that be like, yeah, bitch, yeah, nigga, let's kill this nigga, let's rape this bitch, let's just all that stuff. Then you wonder
Let's
why your
drug this
kids walking
bitch.
around here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So now we're looking at our children aspiring to this shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's not just music. I really wish it was that simple, but music feeds your spirit.
Music
You
is
know,
the
when a
soundtrack of
warrior
life,
goes,
girl.
yes, yes. Because I remember how those songs made me feel when I was young. Like to know that how
And
important I talk about those things to
and
this day when I'm talking to young people. Do you
yep.
know who we? Do you know who we are? You know we're the first people on the planet. Do you know what that made me feel? That's different. I ain't never had nobody call me a bitch in a dance song and I dance to it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah. Well, it's
Just saying.
grown women right now that see each other and be like, "Hey, bitch," and "bitch, bitch, bitch, bitch." It's like, you know what I mean? That's like saying, "Hey, girl." But I was gonna say, even take away from rap music, growing up listening to Stevie Wonder made me feel empowered and get like let me go
Yeah,
my creative juices flowing. Let me, what can I do to make something better? Listening to Marvin Gaye made me think about rights and protesting and make me want to holler.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
That
Like
was one
all
album.
music, just take away from rap music. You listening to New Edition, you thinking of love songs. Well, I wish I had me a boyfriend to slow dance with. Our music is the soundtrack. We may think it's just background noise, but it really is infiltrating your mind, and it really is dropping nuggets and jewels and putting little things, little flakes on you. And it depends on if you're going to water and nurture it. But music definitely drops seeds that later you water or you don't water, and it kind of grows into who your character is. And so, like you said, the children are listening to and adults, younger some adults that's why they have such toxic relationships and always arguing and fighting because that's what they listen to. And Margarita said, today's music makes me want to strip and fight. Even
Damn,
Bob
that's deep.
Marley with his positive vibes, absolutely. But artists
Oh,
promote art, words that motivate, encourage, and uplift Black culture. Entertainers are just played to make you dance. I still think it's one and the same to me, Tasha. Music can shift
I
your
do too.
attitude
I do too.
instantly because you're a music
Yes.
artist. You may be yes, the voice of our souls, absolutely. Yeah, and I get entertainers, but artists entertain you. Like when the artist is painting a picture, he's hoping someone will latch on to that artwork and be able to relate to it in some kind of way. Even if we're talking about art that we drawing, you know what I mean? When somebody's doing the
Right.
theater, to me, that's art. So if you're acting like a bitch and a hoe or a drug dealer, that's still you're an artist, but you're still doing something
Yep.
degrading. You're not playing a lawyer or a uplifting father or astronaut. So I think we try to separate it so we can take them off the hook. No, if you are entertaining
No,
or
it's
you're
the
an
same.
artist that we see, you're on the hook. You're on the hook. You're entertaining the artist is damn near interchangeable, in my opinion. But I get what you're saying.
Damn.
Artistry support, but artistry is just about self-expression. That's all the word artist is. It's how you interpret and self-express. So that's artist.
Huh.
I can remember when I started my recovery, I had to stop listening to certain music because it made me have that criminal mentality and stay in the vicious cycle. I believe that.
That's what I'm talking
I
about.
told someone, do not
That's what I'm
call me
talking
that.
about.
I do not give permission to be greeted that way. She said, I was just kidding, but I had to share with her that you are displaying acceptance to others and they may catch one calling me that. So we need to stop that. Yeah, I had somebody, one of my sister friends was like, bitch. And I said, my name is Khadijah. And for the rest of the night, she kept saying, is your sister mad at me? And my sister was like, no, she just don't talk like that. Eminem's song Criminal was my anthem. I don't know if I know that. I don't know too many of his songs. Even Bob Marley with his positive eyes. Yeah.
I just feel like music, and if you look at any, just when you go through the decades, don't they always display the decade with music? Because it gives you
Mm-hmm.
nostalgia. Like when they talk about the '70s, they will always play this one song. I found out the song was called "Black Over the Sun" by the Rotary Club. But every time they would show like the colors and the hippery of the '70s, they would always play that song. I had to find out who it was. Minnie Riperton was in that band, by the way. But it was like, damn, when I hear that song, immediately I think of the '70s and what that decade could have meant. And I just feel like y'all, like, for instance, I ain't trying to be funny. Ain't nobody playing Two Live Crew right now because it's a whole bunch of Two Live Crew.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's gonna pick that up like this is the best artist. I mean, Millie Jackson, ain't nobody playing none of her songs. I also believe,
Mm-hmm.
and then I swear to God, I'm gonna get off of this. I also believe in us wanting to have liberation. We have created Sexy Red and all these chicks. Don't be ashamed to be a slut. Don't be. And I'm like, dude, like, yes, what the fuck? You know, like, y'all, you doing too much.
Mm-hmm.
You can go ahead and read.
Yeah, sir said if
I'm
we
sorry.
don't
Go ahead.
even have black rappers now who get together to spread the message of black on black violence, like self-destruction by the Stop the Violence movement in the 80s. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Are
we
we
don't.
all
But
the
we
same
have
vein?
rappers
Like,
now
let's go.
that will talk about killing somebody on record and then talking about they smoking the person that got killed. We talk about rappers here talking about how they drug women. We have rappers talking about how they extort money. That's why they have all these goddamn cases with all these rappers through the RICO law. Because these dumb motherfuckers is out committing crimes and then doing raps about it and putting it out on, like, committing crimes on YouTube and everything else. I don't know what the hell is wrong with the entertainment industry right now when it comes to black rappers. I don't even know. I don't even know.
I don't know. I just
Good
feel
topic
like
though,
at
Ribs.
some point we're gonna have to talk about the impact of music. Like when I want to feel mellow, I put on Stevie Wonder, The Secret Life of Plants. That always bring me down, like in terms of being
Mm-hmm.
more calm and more, that always does it. And you're right. When I think about the music, even if I'm feeling a little depressed, I may play some Billie Holiday. Like it don't make me want to go kill
Mm-hmm.
nobody. But I'm just saying, like I just feel like we forget the impact of music, and I do think that it just seems like it for some of the black community, we value a person's word, but don't ask what's their deed. The shit just never matches up, and then we make them leaders. Like they teaching classes on Tupac at the university. What?
Well, how to beat a
How's
rape
that
case?
goddamn?
How to like? I don't get
Like,
it.
I just feel like I. Oh, here you show, Khadijah.
Margarita, I have seen Deb's house, and I'm very disappointed in Miss Deb because I kind of used to like her energy, but when I seen she put them two yellow girls on there, and they had both been living with her already. She never divulged that she knew them, not that she had to, but they were living in her house, and she had all the hardcore, real good rappers coming there, and the girl said she already told me I was gonna win, and then Deb gonna get mad and kick them. Made me look at her totally different because I was liking Miss Deb because I'm a true hip hopper here, I love lyricists, and them girls, the two girls from Philly, they are real lyricists. So for her to have them two mixed girls on the one girl, I don't even think she black. The one that's from LA, I think she's a white girl with cornrows and shit. I think Deb, she's pushing the same agenda. And I liked Miss Deb. I'm gonna keep watching this shit because I want to see what happens. But I'm glad that the two black girls from Philly, my hometown, bust her ass out and they stood on business. Like send me home, but she had to eat crow. She had to eat crow. And speaking of reality shows, I know there's a lot of raunchy, ratchet, but there is a reality show. I think it's on I don't know what it's on TLC. It's called Family Empire Houston. It's about four generations of black real estate agents, and their grandparents started a real estate company and brought their first house in 1920. It's in Texas. It's a very good reality show, y'all. Y'all should check it out. I just said it's four generations of um real estate companies is just that was awesome to me. I still got y'all I had this glitter on my face and my arms today, and I tried to. Oh, I can't stand glitter. Sorry. She said she didn't want fighting and didn't have them fighting. Yeah, Miss Deb is she too. First of all, she's too old for the way she dressed. I'm just gonna say that right now, Miss Deb. You might get mad at me, but Miss Deb is too goddamn old for them thigh high boots and mini dresses. She gotta stop. And then she gonna get them mad at them for one of the girls saying pee hole, and she dressing like an old hoe. Like Miss Deb, stop. You got too much money, and you older should be classy. Um, she's gotta stop. But I'm disappointed. I liked it first until I saw the last. Me too. I would like it too until I said, "Oh, she know." Not only did she know them, Margarita, they lived in her fucking house. So she using that show really to put them on, to get them on, and she wanted them to learn from all the other girls that was rapping. That was some bull crap. Yeah, I'm mad at Miss Deb.
Yeah,
Disappointed in you, Miss Deb. And she says, yeah, and
yeah.
had them fighting. Yeah, but she is Waka Flocka mama
But
though. So
I'm about to say, but who? But look at her. You know what I mean? Like you understand what I'm saying, Khadijah? I'm not trying to be funny, but
I understand,
it's
but
just
Miss
really
Deb
sad.
go.
Like,
She did a lot of stuff like back in the hip, like back in the day with Run D. She know hip hop, so for her to pull this look like Miss Deb, come on. And I liked how she was really making them. I thought she was really making them like rap and be lyricists because that's what was missing in hip hop. She done, yeah. Go ahead, Lon. She done. She just. I'm surprised at Miss Deb. Even on Loving Hip Hop, she
yeah,
checked their ass like stop being so rap. I'm just surprised at her. Really surprised. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
wow. Yeah, she said she thought that too. The other person is
I
selling
thought
stuff.
that too. Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
just surprised. She would check
I
other
just
older
felt
women for like condoning or promoting like ratchetness and negative. You know what I mean? She would check them like in a cool way. Like, I'm just surprised at her. Go ahead, Londa. Sorry.
no, 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 no. I just feel like this is just for me. I just feel like hmm, it's sad that these are the people who people may look towards for leadership when we know that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That is a sad thing. It's kind of like if you're a decent person, nobody sees you. If you're doing the right thing, nobody
Mm-hmm.
sees you. But if you're doing a bunch of fuckery, we see you. And that to me is sad. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. I
Mm-hmm.
just feel like that's why the BET Awards look the way it looked. They didn't even try to act like, let's diversify. Let's make sure we show everybody. I mean, Hell, if the club is in, that's fine. I ain't trying to be funny. Beyonce can wear some of those outfits, but she's always been very tasteful, whether you like Beyonce or not. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That's not what we get now that we didn't got straight ratchetity. Like
Office,
what?
and also Beyonce may wear that, but the way she carries herself and what
Yes,
she talks about is not horrible. Because some people have on some of the skippiest clothes ever, but they
yes,
carry themselves very,
yeah,
classy. But when you carry yourself like a gutter rat,
yeah,
even you're gonna look like a gutter rat. Yeah, I totally agree.
yeah. That's all I'm saying. I'm not, and I also feel like this thing about freedom. I think we have taken this shit so far, but I also believe that you have to self-destruct. I think right now we're in self-destruct mode, and some of us need to self-destruct. Let's just be honest. Some of us need to self-destruct. That's what I believe. That's the only way. I always feel like the creator, whatever you call it, the great spirit or whatever, has a way of cleaning off the planet. If you don't believe me, look at Jamaica right now. If you don't believe it, we had COVID and all those people died during COVID. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. There's a way. There's a way. Like, and sometimes we help it alone because all of
Hmm.
this energy. See, the other thing is people be living these crazy lifestyles, and then when they finally get themselves together, then they got cancer, then they got this, then they got, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? It's kind of like, yeah, but you, in a
Hmm.
way, you kind of created this. Like, let's be honest. You know what I
That's
mean?
true.
So I don't know. I just feel like, because I sometimes I be in debates with my little friends, and they be trying to tell me, "Oh, this is liberating to have people talk about sex." Girl, I don't want to hear that shit. Let's talk about
That shit
starting a
is
business. That's
sex was
I think we
private.
talk about that shit. Yeah, but my thing is, I think that I was always taught that that energy, like the porn industry, is a $1 billion industry because it is a very powerful energy. You know what I'm saying? And we act like it's nothing,
Hmm.
but for some people, it's something. That's why we have all these sex crimes, and that's why prostitution is so big. Like all of that shit, because we feel like we out, we just letting it all hang out right now. And it's like, yeah, but dude, you won't always be 20 forever.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all motherfuckers is 45, 50 years old and still doing shit you was doing when you was 20. That don't feel weird to y'all? You didn't have him. I think that's why people. I'm not saying Jay Z's a good person, but I think people kind of hate on him because this nigga's like in his 50s and he lived long enough to switch up on y'all. So he ain't friends with the ghetto niggas he started out with on the corner. He friends with like one of the richest men in the world. I can't remember his name right now. I seen him do an interview. Warren Buffett. That's a long way from the street corners in the projects. And he done switched up. He buying art and shit. We still up here buying tennis shoes. And then get mad at him because he ain't buying tennis shoes. He buying art. Y'all, come on. Sorry. Go ahead. We got comments. And then we're going to wrap up.
We're all the older women entertainers pulling the young ladies' coattails, trying to be young. That's what I think. Just nasty growth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grow. Yeah.
Only time
And
you
my
should
thing
stop
is,
growing is when you dead. If you're not growing a
yeah,
little bit
even
every
with,
day in some type of way, yeah, you might you just you dead.
even with Tupac, he was 26 when he died, right? Wasn't he 26, something like that? We never knew what
I
he
don't
would have been
know.
like when he was 40. I'm just saying, he could have changed his mind. Like, but we're never going to know because he died. He got caught up in that energy of the cycle of being a gangster. Let's just be honest, y'all. He got caught up in it. That's why people be telling you, hey, don't stay there too long. Don't stay there. That's what people be trying to tell you. Even when you're depressed, we be like, don't go down that rabbit hole because you may not get your ass out of there. Because that's a real energy. Like
Mhm.
that shit will take you out. Some people call it the devil. I guess you got to call it the devil. I don't know. I just know energy. And I just know even when I'm feeling some way, I got to shake this shit off because I feel like if I stay in it too long, I may never get the hell back up. So I'm gonna
Mhm.
sit there for a half a second, then I gotta pop up. Like, no, let me put some music on. Let me change this mood. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like we don't really, discuss that. And I also think Jay-Z is investing because he wants to leave something for his children. You know what I'm saying? No matter what we think of him, I don't know Jay-Z. I don't even have these things. I don't know none of them really. But I just feel like when we see people changing, some of us get an attitude like they not welcome to change their mind. We'll never know if Tupac changed his mind. We'll see with Kendrick. Maybe, he'll realize like maybe why I got all these people people are all eyes on me. Maybe I should try to open up a grocery store in Compton because we know they need it. I'm tired of people rapping about the problem and how fucked up my life is. I'm so sick of that shit. Tell me how to get up out this condition. I will say this: in the 80s and in the 90s, people were trying to change their condition. Even now with the pandemic, a lot of people open up their own businesses because really that's the wave. Because nobody's going to come give us anything as a people. Nobody's giving us nothing. And if you looked at your ancestors, they built everything. Out of slavery, we had 60 black towns straight out of slavery. And they didn't have a whole bunch of college degrees and stuff like that. They didn't care if the president liked them or not, which they normally did not like them. But they knew they had to pull their resources. And I just don't understand what the fuck are we waiting on? Even Bobby Brown, you ain't never lie, Yachty. He lived long enough to change. Hell, he outlived Whitney. Yeah,
Mhm.
flush that pity party. I know that's right. I'll let you retasha, Khadijah.
Those who are still around surviving that industry understood that it is a business, not a lifestyle. You have to win the business. No excuse for us. Yeah, I think Jay Z, he saw something better, he liked it, and he continued it to make sure he can maintain it and have it. You know, when he was in the streets making money with dope dealer, he thought that was the way to go. When he saw how to make other moves, he made other moves. And I don't hear a lot of people hating on him other than Dame Dash hating ass. You don't until all the stuff came out about him fucking with young girls and everything, which has been around for a long time. I'm not gonna forget that part.
Yeah,
But people, for the most part,
yeah,
kind of look up to him like he did it and came out. Dame Dash, who thought he was the mastermind, and because he was the cousin of Stacey Dash, who was out, thought he was supposed to be in Jay Z's shoes, and Jay Z was the one that took the hustling behind beyond music. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay Z was like, I gotta get some long term generational wealth, and so he started being around people who had generational wealth, and then he saw how to do it, and now he's on the. I wouldn't expect anything
yeah.
less. I don't expect him to go back to the fucking gutter. I mean, that would be stupid. You know what I'm saying? Dame Dash is a whiner. Yeah, he is. He is a fucking wiener, and he's a whiner. He's always
I
acting
also
like
think that nigga
Jay Z didn't put in work to be to where
deserved.
he was. Jay Z worked with a little bit of everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like
he did.
he did rock songs with rock stars. Like he really was out here hustling to get his name out. Then he hooked up with Beyonce, who was also a workhorse. You know, so
Yeah.
they built their empire together. I think people hate on them because they are who they are and they want to bring up all the Jay Z out here, and that nigga's never going back to the slums. That's just not gonna happen. He saw a better way of life, and he's gonna use every tool he got, all these connections he got. He see how rich people get richer and where they put their money at, and how they all the stocks and portfolios and shit. And Jay Z doing his thing. Jay Z entered circles that educated him on the
Yep.
business. Exactly. Snoop is the same way. Educated. Yeah, Snoop was on so many fucking commercials. The other day I
Yes.
was sitting watching TV and I was tripping off all the commercials his ass is on. Like Snoop is making that money, but he lived long enough to come out of that I'm a whole crip
Change it.
thing.
True.
He might still wear the blue rag, but he shuts his ass up. He may say cuz every now and then, but he ain't hang on no damn street corners acting like he a street nigga. He ain't rapping about killing nobody.
That's real talk. That's
They
real talk.
move in
That's all I'm
silence,
saying,
yeah.
Khadijah.
Snoop been
I
with his
just feel
wife for
like
many years. I think I left him out. Go ahead.
yeah. No, 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 no. Look, I'm right there with you.
Sadly, Kanye got
I
a little
think
caught
he.
up in publicity and got crazy, but he's still making money. Yeah, he making money. You right, Yasser. He got a little. But you know what? He just lived his song. He told us he was gonna do this.
Yeah. I think he just ain't been right since his mama died. I'm not making
Yeah.
excuses. I just feel like that nigga fell all the way off the train because his mom, was this the person who grounded this fool for the most part.
Hmm.
You know, I just feel like it's just living long enough, and I just look at Khadijah like all of the opportunities that people have today is got to be more than just you rapping some good lyrics. Like I feel like, damn, you really could invest in something. That's all I'm saying. Like you could, you have the power to get other people talking about. It's kind of like when Jocelyn was pregnant, everybody wanted a doula because she had a doula. That was power. Like nobody even really knew what the fuck a doula was. Like for the most part,
When who was
but that
pregnant?
group that she speaks to, Jocelyn, they were saying my friends that are
Oh.
midwives and doulas that their popularity went up in that particular spaces that she was in or her platform. But that's because she
Hmm.
had a doula. Because most people are like fish. You go to where you see the head fish going. Like we all moving this way and moving that way. So I just feel like, damn, if we could change this conversation. But I also feel like most people feel like being in the gutter, we're gonna try to make the gutter be like heaven. The gutter's never been
Like
heaven.
the gutter pop.
You understand what I'm saying, Khadijah? You may start
Mhm.
at the gutter,
Mhm.
but it's not heaven. You can't. What would Jay Z say? I
The
don't
gutter should
rap
not be your
about how I
destination.
yeah. That's all
Mhm.
I'm saying. And I feel like even
I
with
got you.
sliding down the pole, you gonna get old, titties gonna start sagging, you ain't gonna be able to climb that pole. Like, dude, sometimes some people
Uh,
stripped and went to the club to get their education so they can go on about their business. People act like that's the destination. See, that's crazy.
mhm.
That cannot be a destination, boo boo. You know, unless you want to be the person who owned the destination. That's a little different, but I'm just
That
saying.
part. Let your artistry get you in the door, but have a business strategy to sustain you. A lot of people want fame over victory, and fame doesn't sustain you, but it can connect you.
That part.
Yep.
Right on. Right on. All right, Sissy, let's wrap it up. This was a good discussion. I enjoyed myself today. I always enjoy myself.
Yes, it was a good topic. It was a good show. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a good show. All righty. You all, thank y'all for tuning in to Sunday Sitting with Sisters. And make sure you do something special for yourself this week because you deserve it. And we'll holla. Enjoy y'all week.
We are hollers.